Happy Thursday, and welcome back to another session with MDT 888 Spirit Guide. John 4 and 24. That's a long name, ain't it, y'all? But I'm not shortening it. Anyway, this is your host, Matty T. And today, we're going to do a little bit of a different reading. For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. For my returning subscribers, you know that we typically do divine feminine readings on Mondays, divine masculine readings on Wednesdays, and then general collective readings on the weekends. Well, today, we're going to do something different because today is January 1st, 2026. So to those of you that celebrate January 1st as the new year, Happy New Year to you, okay? I know that there's so many different interpretations of what the new year is out there. And let me just take a moment and get on my soapbox and talk about that for just a second before we get into the topic of today's reading, okay? Which is pretty much going to be a 111 energy portal reading. Why is it 111? Well, because today is January the 1st, and this is 2026, which numerologically breaks down to 10 and then 1 if you drop the 0, okay? I'm going to be doing something special with that 10 as well, because I don't like to throw away the 10. That 10 is Capricorn energy, 10th house, and I'm a Capricorn. Anyway, let's deal with the new year for just a moment, teachable moment, if you will. Yeah, we have to understand that there is not just one single aspect to anything in the universe, okay? Except for maybe, I won't even go there. Let's just understand, and understand that there are so many different facets to us, okay? Let me use astrology, natal chart astrology, for example. People would look at a traditional astrologist would say that, okay, you have a rising sign. But do you know that your rising sign, for me, it's Libra rising, is not the only, and the rising sign is what is said to be what people notice about you, okay? The energy that you give off to the world, the mask that we're born with. But do you know that your rising sign energy is not only present in the sign itself? There are other energies there. You've got a degree of your rising sign, okay? That's another facet to you. This is why not all Libra risings look the same, okay? And then there's yet another aspect that nobody talks about. So, for those of you that are somewhat familiar with astrology, when I ask you who or what sign is the natural ruler of the first house, most of you are going to answer Aries, which is absolutely correct. So then you say, well, what is the planetary ruler for Aries? Most of you are going to say Mars, which is absolutely correct. So guess what? If Aries is the natural ruler of the first house, and Mars is the planetary ruler of the sign of Aries, which is the natural ruler of the first house, and your rising sign is your first house sign, then guess what? With Mars sitting at the top of that stack, did you know that your Mars sign is also another appearance energy for you? Yes, it is another appearance energy for you, your Mars sign. So for example, if you're Mars in Capricorn, guess what other energy people see regardless of what your rising sign is? People also see that Capricorn energy. If your Mars sign is Scorpio, people are also going to see that Scorpio energy when they see you, okay? So those are some things that I want you guys to understand, okay? So now when you take that and you talk about the new year, yeah, we know that the Gregorian calendar has only been around for 400 some odd years. And before that, it was the Julian calendar, and, you know, different people recognize the new year. Let me give you some different aspects of the new year so that we can put away the senseless debates about the new year, okay? January 1st is one way to look at the new year, okay? And paganism aside, I've heard the arguments about the paganism. Let's put that aside for just a moment, because when you talk about paganism, that lends to religiosity as well. So then it's like, okay, well, nobody talks about paganism unless they're framing it in the mindset of religion. They're comparing it, they're juxtaposing it to religion. If you're not looking at religion, nobody ever mentions paganism, okay? So let's put that to the side for just a moment. Let's just say January 1st, okay, that's one way that people recognize the new year. The other one, people say, well, the first day of Aries season is the astrological new year, which is absolutely correct. Why? Because Aries is the first sign of the 12 zodiac signs. So you can say that the first day of Aries season is the astrological new year. But then you got people say, well, the new year actually begins in spring. Well, guess what? The spring in the northern hemisphere is in March. The spring in the southern hemisphere is in September. Okay, so again, we've got this. There's so many different ways to look at it. There's so many different ways to look at it. Okay, so there is no whatever you recognize, and then there's the motion of the sun. If you want to talk about the motion of the sun sits in its lowest point in the sky during the northern hemisphere's winter solstice. Okay, during the northern hemisphere's winter solstice. So if you're looking at the winter solstice with the sun sitting, or as they say, dying at the Southern Cross, it sits there for 2.5 days, and then it begins its ascent back up to what will eventually be its highest point in the sky, which is during the northern hemisphere's summer solstice. So you could technically make the argument that the new year, the new solar cycle, the new cycle of motion of the sun begins on December 25th. So can we put away the arguments? Whatever day you recognize as New Year, if it ain't January 1st, then I'm not talking to you. But if you recognize January 1st as a new year, Happy New Year to you, okay? Now, let me climb down off the soapbox and let's get into this reading, y'all. And y'all, what I just gave you was a sample of some of the stuff I talk about on my other channel, Matt D. Talford, which is my primary channel. And y'all can check that out, okay? I can put a link in the description box for those of you that haven't already found it. You may find some things over there interesting. You may find some things over there controversial. I'll talk about any and everything over there, okay? All right, this is straight spirit guidance over here, okay? Used to be Maddie T's twin flame guidance. Now it's general spirit guidance, because you may not be a twin flame and there may be some messages out there for you. Now, let's get into it, y'all. So what are we doing today? That was a long intro, right? That was a very long introduction. I'm gonna give you a little bit more introduction. Please browse over to www.talfordarts.com and check out my collection of books. I've got some amazing titles for you all, and if you are an avid reader, you are sure to find something of interest to you on that page, and you can see the books on the screen. Okay, now let's get into today's reading. So today's going to be a general energy reading. It's going to be a 111 portal reading. How are we going to manage that today? First of all, shout out to those of you that watched my 1212 portal reading. That energy is good for you anytime you watch that video. So I'll put a link in the description box for those of you that have not seen it. Very powerful energy there. And to look at that video for the first time, it is to be transported back to 12/12/2025 and 2025, 12/12/2025. I didn't hear myself. Sometimes I speak so fast. And capture the energy of that day. Capture the energy of that portal. Tarot is timeless. It is timeless. Why? Because the energy that operates the vessel that is your body is also timeless. Okay? So now, enough of that Mercury and Sagittarius energy. Let's get on to today's reading. So what I'm going to do, I have 3 tarot decks out here, y'all, because we're talking about a 111 portal. January is the one. The first day of January is the other one. And then 2026, that numerologically breaks down to 1 as well. I've got 3 decks here. I've got the Oceanic Tarot deck, I've got the Light Seers deck, and I've got the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith deck. I'm going to shuffle these cards, and then I'm going to pull the first card off the top. Once I'm done shuffling, I'm just going to shuffle them, and I'm going to pull the first card off the top of each of these decks and see what messages there are for you. Whichever one of those cards is the highest card, whichever one is the highest one, I am then going to also take the 10th card from that deck to respect the 10 energy that is also 2026. And we'll see what messages are there for you. And then we'll close out this reading with an oracle card from one oracle card from each of 3 decks here. So I've got 3 decks here. I've got the Rose Oracle deck, which is one of my favorites. I have the Animal Elders deck, which is a new one. And then I've got the Starseed Oracle deck, okay? And I'm going to pull 1 card from each of those. So this should be fun, y'all. I'm excited to do this reading for you. We're 9 minutes into this, so let's get it started, all right? I'm going to begin with the Oceanic Tarot deck, which was the first deck I ever learned tarot on. I love this deck. This deck's getting a little bit beaten up. I may need to get a new one. But let's go ahead and shuffle. I'm going to shuffle and split. And I'm going to shuffle again and split. I'm going to do this 3 times. Since we're doing 111, that's 3. Thank y'all for being here today. And y'all, do me a favor. If you like my energy, you like these types of readings, go ahead and hit that like button for me. It is going to help this channel tremendously. It's tough when you're starting out, especially with so many different tarot channels out there. It's kind of can be a challenge to make a splash. But with you guys' support, if you love this work, then it's gonna go where it needs to go. So thank you all for being here. And these messages are always for anybody who needs to hear them. If you're supposed to see this message, you're watching this video. If you're supposed to hear this message, you are watching this video. Okay. And all right, let me do a little bit more shuffling here. I might just be taking the first card that flies out. Okay. Y'all, this Queen of Wands popped out. That was on autopilot because I was supposed to just pull the first card off the deck. My energy body just wanted to shuffle, like pull, like you do a normal pull. And the Queen of Wands jumped out. Okay. We saw this card earlier this week. So I'm gonna build a storyboard based on what comes out, but that was the first card. Okay, so let's put that over to the side and see what else comes out after that. This is a general energy reading. Okay, 111 portal. Queen of Wands, I love that. I love that energy already. I already love that energy. It's telling me what type of year. This is the first day of calendar year 2026 on the Gregorian calendar. So what a great way to start the year off. Okay, Queen of Wands. What a great energy to start the year off with. I love the wands of fire signs. Fire signs, any of you that have fire sign people in your families, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, you already know. Fire signs about that action. They are always on go. They're always ready to go. Unlike earth signs, okay, I'm earth sun. Earth signs are like, they tend to be a little bit more calculating and a little bit slower moving. Earth is the slowest moving of the four elements, okay? And the four primary elements, okay? There's, of course, a fifth element, ether, which nobody talks about much. They don't teach us about it in the classroom, but it is what it is. So, but yeah, Earth tends to be the slowest moving, so it is so funny when anytime there's a plan to do anything in my family, my fire sign siblings or parents are like, let's go. What are you waiting on? Let's go. No. We don't need to wait till tomorrow. Let's do it today. It's so funny. I love that. I love that about you guys. But you guys also appreciate us earth signs because we're the brakes. All right. You guys are the gas. We're the brakes. Sometimes you need to get moving. Sometimes you need to pull back and observe a little bit. Okay. So anyway, let's that was 3 times. I'm going to just follow the same order I was doing. And 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups. All right. This is some interesting energy I'm seeing already, y'all. I'm seeing this interesting energy already. 7 of Cups flew out. I'm putting together a storyboard for you guys. I don't know where Spirit's taking me on this, but I'm going with it. I'm loving the energy. I am loving the energy, okay? All right, you guys, let me start this shuffle with the, I had a little bit of a distraction there. Let me start this shuffle with the light seers, not light seers, with the, with the Rider-Waite Smith deck, okay? All right. That's 1. Split. Put it back. Two. Split. All right. And let's shuffle one more time. All right, that was the 3rd shuffle, and I am going to just start pulling and see what flies out. The world. The world. The world. All right. The world came out in the upright position. So, wow, this is some powerful. This is a powerful message here, and I have to take the highest card. Take the 10th card from the top of the highest. The card from the highest. The highest card, whatever deck the highest card. Y'all know what I'm talking about. All right, it's early. It's early. It ain't that early, but it's early. Okay, where I'm at. All right, so the world card was the highest of the 3 because we had the Queen of Wands, the 7 of Cups, and the world card. The world card is a major arcana, so it trumps the other 2 anyway. But it is also the last card. It's the highest card in the of the major arcana. So we're going with that. I'm going to pull now the 10th card. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and the 10th card. Oh no, not the 10th card being the 9 of Swords. Okay, there's a reason why that card came out. I want to talk about that. Because that flows. That actually, it seems like it's a negative card, but it's a positive card when you look at it with the energy of the other cards. Okay, all right, okay. Let's talk about it, y'all. Okay, and we'll round out with the oracle cards. So, you guys' message is Queen of Wands, you guys have been doing some. This is kind of very similar to the Divine Feminine reading that happened the other day. So maybe there's some synchronicity in here. Now, today's the day I normally do Divine Masculine readings. So if you're a Divine Masculine watching this, take ownership of this reading, because this is you too, because this is the day I normally do Divine Masculine readings. But I'm doing this as a combined 1-1-1 portal, energy portal reading. So listen, Queen of Wands, that's about activity, passionate activity. It's about beauty. It is about steadfastness, because the queens, y'all know that feminine energy. When they lock in on something, they keep going. They don't stop. Guys will go to sleep at night. A woman, if she got something on her mind, she's gonna stay up. She's gonna stay up until she settles whatever that matter is. So I love that energy. That anytime I see a queen, I see steadiness, I see steadfastness, I see stick-to-itiveness, I see follow through. That's something that you always get from your feminine energies, even in school. Growing up as grade school, growing up as kids, the girls tended to have better grades. The guys wanted to talk, play around in class. You didn't see that too much from the girls. The girls were about getting that work in. So Queen of Wands, passion, activity, making things happen. That spark of creation, that spark of creativity, with that feminine touch to it. And you don't have to be a female. This could be male or female, but it's putting that touch of beauty on everything that you guys have done. So with this being the beginning of a new year, y'all, when I put these together, you're going to see the message. Okay. Some of you guys are coming into an era of beauty. You're coming into some new creativity, some new passion projects. Okay. Some of these may be carryovers from what you were doing already in 2025. When you look at that, if you guys want to go back and look at the Divine Feminine reading I did on Monday, I will put that in the a link in the description box of that, so you guys can see this divine synchronicity, because that was the first card that came out there too. Okay, Queen of Wands, this energy is out here, y'all. It's around here. You guys are going to be doing some beautiful things, some amazing things. You guys are going to be making some things happen, and it's going to be touched with your passion and your beauty here in 2026. But let's keep this story going, okay? Got the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is having options. That is the card of having options with regards to your emotions. Look at what he's doing here. Look at what he's doing. He's like, okay, is it under this bowl? Should I pick this bowl? Should I pick this bowl? Okay, it's in the upright position. You guys are going to have a lot of now, when I put this together, you guys are going to see it. You guys got options. You have options with regards to your emotions, with regards to the heart, with regards to the things that matter to you. You guys have some options coming in. You're going to be looking at some options here in 2026. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The World card. The World card is a card of, it is the end of a cycle. It is achievement. This is achievement. If you look at it, this is all four of the fixed signs. You got Scorpio here. The eagle represents Scorpio. You got Aquarius there. Let's try to keep this on the screen because it's reversed. You got Leo here. And you got Taurus over there, okay? Earth, water, fire, and air. You guys have it all there in fixed energy. So that's like that 29th degree energy in astrology. Those of you who know, you know that 29th degree, that's solid, is firm. We're not doing anything else. This is it. We've arrived. We've achieved. This is a Capricorn card in a sense too. This is a Capricorn card because it is about achievement. Capricorn rules over the 10th house. The 10th house is where the things that we strive to achieve in life live. So you guys have reached a pinnacle. You have reached a pinnacle. You've reached the end of a cycle. Some of you have reached the end of the cycle. A cycle of what? Cycle of grief. Cycle of worry. This is why this is not a bad card in this read, okay? This is why this is not a bad card. You guys have reached the end of sorrow. You guys have reached the end of sorrow. You guys have arrived at success. The type of success that nullifies this, okay? The type of success that nullifies this. The type of success that also puts some of your, y'all know I don't do the hater talk too much on this channel, but I also recognize that a lot of us have had to overcome. This is a card of overcoming. A lot of us have had to overcome grief, okay? But now, y'all know the universe is balanced and what goes up must come down, okay? Proverbs 26 and 27 is one of my favorite verses. Whoso diggeth a pit shall fall therein. Guess what? You guys is arriving at success, at achievement that is going to be showing up here in 2026. Is going to put some of your haters and some of those who worked against you so heavily in 2025. Go back and watch that Divine Feminine reading that I did on Monday and where I talked about what the Divine Feminines had to overcome in the first half, even the first 3 quarters of 2025 to arrive at success at the end of 2025. Okay, this achievement, this success, this crowning moment, this reaching, this getting everything you wanted. The world is a card of getting I finally got everything my heart desires. Okay, what is that going to do? Why would a card of grief and worry? That's more grief is more the Three of Swords. This Nine of Swords is worry, staying up late at night, worrying. What about this? Why I can't sleep? A lot of y'all arriving at this success is going to put your haters and your enemies in that worry energy. Now they're not going to be able to sleep. They're going to be like, wow, I did everything I could to try to stop them, and they're still here. They still achieved the success, and let's walk it backwards. The type of success that gives them options. The type of success that gives them options to create new things. Now, that's not an Ace of Wands, but that Queen of Wands, she's very creative, and she puts that passion in everything. So you see that? I walk that forward and backwards. Forwards, this is, hey, into 2025, going into 2026, you guys got some new passion projects you're going to be working on. Those passion projects are going to give you guys options with regards to the things that your hearts desire. Okay. And heart's desires, cups tends to be emotions. People look at cups a lot in love readings. Cups isn't always about romance. It's not always about relationships. Sometimes cups is about what does our hearts desire? Okay, cups is water energy. That's that energy of emotions, energy in motion. And we're talking high vibrational, okay? We're talking high vibrational. This queen, that's a fire in the upright position, okay? We're talking high vibrational, the world card, the top of the major arcana. We're talking high vibrational. Now, again, you can look at this forwards. Hey, guess what? You guys are in that Queen of Wands energy where you're super passionate, you're super creative, you're super good looking. When you're super passionate, super creative, super good looking, that gives you options. It gives you options in love if you want. It also gives you options with regards to what does my heart desire? I can get anything I want now. Why? Because I got everything I want. I got everything I want, so I can get everything I want. And guess what this world is? World card also represents endings, end of those long nights where you're sitting up worrying, not being able to go to sleep. That's positive. That's why I laughed when I saw it. A lot of people, y'all, with tarot, you got to understand how to put the storyboard together. Because what is a negative card, or what appears to be a negative card or a heavy energy card standing alone, may not be a heavy energy card when you put it together with the rest of the puzzle. So I love this energy on this 1-1-1 portal for you guys. Okay, I love that energy. The 3-1 cards we got was the Queen of Wands, passion, 7 of Cups. Okay, options for your emotions, options for love, options for the things that our hearts desire. The world, achievement, success, the end of cycles, and that 10th card. Now, here's what's funny. This goes with 10 because 10 is Capricorn. That can be that heaviness energy, that Saturnian, that lessons, those karmic lessons. Listen, this being the final of the 1-1-1 cards, okay. And then this being the 10th card of that Rider-Waite-Smith deck, y'all. I'm not gonna say it can't get any better, but that's a pretty doggone good spread right there. That is a pretty doggone good spread. Not only is this cycle of mental anguish over for you guys, this worrying, this I sadness, I can't get any sleep. Then why is this happening to me? That cycle is over with. But guess who it's flipping over to now? Energy is neither created nor destroyed, it is only transferred. This is now going over to your enemies. You got some of y'all got enemies or haters that are going to be so in their feelings because they got to watch you guys. They got to watch you guys walking away with the bag. They got to watch you guys after doing everything they could to stop you. Y'all still hit the top. Y'all still reach the top. I'm happy for y'all. I'm so happy for y'all. So, okay. All right, I just looked at the bottom of the deck. Let me look at the bottom of the deck on each of these, see if there are any messages here. That's the 2 of Pentacles in reverse on that one. That's a good card. That means you ain't juggling anymore. This is the 9 of Wands in reverse. That says you ain't got to be in no defensive posture anymore. You ain't got to be defensive. Spirit took over. Look at that. 2 of Pentacles in reverse. You ain't juggling anymore. And the Knight of Swords, some of y'all got some communication coming in. Some of y'all got some communication coming in about something. It could be about all the success that you got, all of this success that you have achieved. Okay, so now let's put that away, y'all. Great reading, great 1-1-1 energy portal reading. I'm gonna put these away, and I am going to go ahead and read some oracle cards for you guys, and we're gonna end this reading. This is a great read, you guys. Listen, these portals, I'll tell y'all, these energy portals are powerful. These energy portals are powerful. I am so happy. I'm just shuffling these and then putting them away. Y'all, I'm so happy. A lot of y'all, like I said in that Divine Feminine reading, I want y'all to go watch it. Whether you identify as Divine Feminine or Divine Masculine, I want you to go watch that reading, because you can pull energy from that for yourself. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy within them anyway, so you don't have to be the divine feminine in a relationship or a partnership. You've got feminine energy in you. So go. I don't care if you're male or female. Okay, if you got a heart chakra, you got feminine energy. If you got a third eye chakra, you got feminine energy. If you got a sacral chakra, you got feminine energy. And guess what? If you're watching this video, you have those, regardless of what your gender is. So go watch that Divine Feminine Energy reading, y'all, from Monday. I'll put a link in the description box. This is beautiful energy, y'all. Y'all, the Divine Feminines, they did the work. They're seeing the rewards. Guess what? This 111 portal is showing you guys that you are now going through this portal of success. You guys are going through this portal of achievement. You guys are walking through this portal where you're leaving that Nine of Swords energy behind you and walking forward to that success, that achievement, okay? That's giving you options for the desires of your heart to do new things, new creative. I know Ace of Wands is new energy, but when I'm talking about that Queen of Wands, guess what? She can do whatever she wants because she has options. She's super creative. She's super passionate. She's super beautiful. And that's just the energy. I don't care if you're male or female. If you're a dude, you probably drawing a lot of stares right now from the ladies when you go out and about. You out on the town, you shopping, you pumping gas in your car, you cutting grass, whatever you doing, okay? If you just at work, you probably are noticing that the ladies are smiling at you a little bit more. They want to talk to you. They want to come up and talk. It's because you're in that Queen of Wands energy. It's because you're in that Queen of Wands energy, okay? All right, so now let us pull from this Animal Elders deck. We're going to pull from that first. I'm going to shuffle. And I'm just gonna, this time I am gonna just take off the top. All right, I'm not gonna do the traditional thing. Well, hey, let's see what cards fly out. I'm gonna shuffle this 3 times and shuffle, split, and then take whatever is the card on the top. Okay. Let's shuffle, split number 1. Thank y'all for being here. I hope you're enjoying this reading. If you are, hit that like button. Okay, hit that like button for me. That's gonna help other people to enjoy this reading. All right. Thank y'all so much. Thank you. Okay, that's shuffle and split number 2. And let's do one more shuffle split. And then we're going to pull a card off the top. Shuffle and split. Okay. Animal Elders. What card came off? The number 44 card. The number 44 card. I like that. Already repeating numbers. We're in a 111 portal. And then the 44 card comes out. Elder Wolf. Protect your energy, okay? Protect your energy. Why is this message? Before I read from the book, you all, and that wolf is a very powerful spirit animal. Somebody may want to go and look into that. Go look up the wolf. Go look up wolf spirit guide. Do a search on that. See what the messages are for you there. What does it say? Look that up. 44. Some of you guys could be 44 years old. Some of you could have birthdays on April 4th. Okay. Some of you may be life path number 8s. Some of you may be life path number 8s. I'm a life path number 8, so I'm claiming this energy, okay? Came right off the top. I'm saying this is a message for Matt just as much as it is a message for you guys, okay? So let's see what's happening here. This Elder Wolf, protect your energy. Let me tell you why this is important before I get into reading from the book. When you have reached the type of success that you guys are seeing now, and I'm saying are seeing now because I don't know when you're watching this video, but whenever you see it, that's exactly when you're supposed to see it. This type of success that you guys are seeing now, and you also know that we speak those things that are not as though they are, because they are on some timeline. Our job here is to align our physical selves with the timeline that has the version of ourselves that we wish to be. That's the job, okay? This is why I speak in current tense, or present tense, even with the things that perhaps have not physically appeared yet. You got to make it appear by aligning with that frequency. Now, so for the type of success that you guys have walked into with this portal today and with this year, 2026, with all the stuff that you went through in 2025, the reason why you got to protect that energy, you saw that World card. Protect your energy because now you're going to have, here come the people that are, they either want to come and say, well, they got something negative to say or they got handouts. And these are the people that Shout out to my girl Nikki over at Secrets Released. She always says this. These are not the people that were in the gym shooting with you, shooting free throws with you in the gym when everybody else is gone, and you sticking around in the gym taking jump shots, practicing, working on your game. Okay, they weren't there with you. They weren't there when you were building. They weren't there when you were out in the cold with your hands almost frostbitten, working in the cold. They weren't out there with you when you were in the heat of the sun pulling weeds up. Okay, you did the work. These people, they were probably looking at that old fool. Like the Noah story. Noah's out. Look at this fool building a boat on dry land, right? Until the rain came. Okay? So that Protect Your Energy, before I read that book, that Protect Your Energy is already speaking to me by saying, hey, with the type of success that you guys have now, block out negative voices. Just block them out. You don't even have to block them out. Create that circle of protection around yourself in your third eye. Okay? Hey, you know what? I'm full. I'm complete. I'm whole. There's a Mary Magdalene video I saw on YouTube. I think it's from, I forget the name of the channel, y'all. But sometimes I watch these esoteric videos, and this was a thumbnail of Mary Magdalene saying, "I am monad," and those words were like, you know, when they got into that was basically a something that you say to remind you that you are complete and you're whole and you're protected, and that the only time these negative influences can hit you is if the circle is broken. So create that circle, that oneness. Create that oneness. I am one with the universe. I'm one with the Most High, and the Most High is one with me. With that level of wholeness, with that level of completeness, nobody can come in at you. Nobody, in fact, they're deflected without you even having to say a word. They're deflected without you even trying. If I can find that video, y'all, I'll put it in a pinned comment or something like that. But some of you may want to watch that video. Some of you may not be ready for it because some of this stuff is kind of deep. You kind of got to be tapped in a little bit to kind of understand it. It may, and I'm not trying to insult anybody, it may go over some people's heads. There's some other videos out there. I've tried to watch them. I'm like, I'm not there yet. Maybe, I can't. I can't see that yet. So I'm not. Yeah, I'm just showing you that. Hey, listen, we all come to this earth to work to try to get better. But let me get back on this. Protect your energy. Protect your energy, because you're going to have people that are coming now saying, hey, remember when? Nah, we ain't hearing that. We're not hearing that. Hey, can you spare I'm not telling you to not be generous. I'm telling you to go within. Because listen, whatever it is that you have to offer, whatever it is that you've earned those rewards. They were not given to you by any of these people that's showing up. They're given to you by the universe, by the Most High. Okay, so you then go to who gave you those rewards and ask you, hey, are these good people for me to share my energy with? Even when you're giving money, I talked about that in another video. If you're giving money, that is energy. You got to protect how you give energy. You want energy to come back to you. Okay, when you're putting out, you want to be putting out with people that can pour back into you. Okay, that's all I want to say. That's all I'm saying. That. Let me read the book. 44. Because y'all know I could go deep on that. I'm not going to do that. Thank y'all for being here. Number 44, The Elder Wolf. All right. Protect your energy. As the animal that holds deep medicine of guard. Let me put these on, y'all. I'm not going to do this. It's too early in the morning. All right. As the animal that holds deep medicine of guardianship and protection. I'll just making sure the camera's still on. Wolf enters your sacred space, calling you to welcome them in as part of your support pack. Elder Wolf brings forward their fierce instincts, demanding you to pay attention to any unwanted energies that may be closing in. I just said that. Elder Wolf asks you to listen with vigilance, trust your instincts, and attend to subtle energies swirling around. Their medicine is here to help you safeguard your sacred resources and to provide protection. Y'all see how that goes in with that world card energy? Perhaps you feel more vulnerable, exhausted, or heavier than usual. And a lot of y'all do because of what you went through in 2025. Now's a good time to rest. Listen, when you've achieved that pinnacle, when you've arrived at that pinnacle and achieved that level of success, you got to rest. At some point, you can't just keep going, okay? So, perhaps you feel more vulnerable, exhausted, or heavier than usual. Do you have a sense that jealousy or envy is being directed your way? This elder asks you to pay attention and to not dismiss these vital signs. This elder reminds you that there is nothing to fear. However, you must take this call for deeper protection seriously. As you turn your attention to your energetic boundaries and your spiritual body strengthens, You reclaim your vitality and life force. Practice any energy clearing rituals you know and learn new ways from those whom you trust. Elder Wolf is here baring their teeth and growling at anything that tries to take or extract from you. As a powerful ally, when you call upon this loyal companion, you will be surrounded by safety and fierce love, okay? I like the part that says learn new ways from those who trust. Energy clearing rituals, okay? Some of y'all need to take some spiritual baths. Some of you simply just need to call back your energy at the end of the day, okay? Call it back. Elder Wolf speaks. Call upon me when you feel unsafe or when hostile energies swirl around your body, mind, and spirit. Trust that your inner guidance is leading you to guard your space more intentionally. I carry an incredible ability to track the energies that are impacting you, and with your permission, I will send them away. Know that you are precious and worthy of care. You are now a welcome member of my pack. For some of y'all, that's your angel speaking too. Go read Psalms 91 and 11. Go read Psalms 91 and 11, okay? Psalms 91 and 11, you know in numerology, when you're doing numerological reductions, nines always cancel themselves out, okay? So if the 9 cancels itself out there, guess what you're left with? 111. See how that works? So some of y'all need to go read Psalms 91 and 11. Write that down, okay? Now, okay, y'all, we got the Rose Oracle deck here, and we are going to follow suit with the other decks. We're going to shuffle 3 times and split, and then see what comes out, okay? Shuffle and split. That's shuffle number 1, split number 1, okay? Next, shuffle number 2, split number 2. Thank y'all for being here today. And shuffle number 3 coming up, followed by split number 3. And that card tried to pop. I don't know what that is. That's interesting. The grandmothers. That's one of my favorite cards. Okay. Anyway, we're going to take the card off the top of the deck. Card off the top of the deck is Come to Me. Come to me. Attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see how this card goes with the energy of the tarot reading? Do y'all see that? Look at how beautiful. Look at how beautiful she is, and this feminine is in the middle, standing in the middle of this rose. Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance desires. Y'all, that's the energy of the reading. That is the energy. That's that Queen of Wands energy. That's that Queen of Wands energy, okay? Abundance. That 7 of Cups energy is having options. Options come with abundance. Options come with abundance. When you don't have abundance, you don't have a lot of options. When you got abundance, you got a lot of options, okay? Desires, that's that Cups energy too. That's that Cups energy too, y'all. Y'all see that? Attracting, that's that World card energy. When you've reached the top, you start drawing things to me. What's that scripture verse in the Bible? If I be lifted up from the earth, I will draw all men unto me. Magnetism. All right? Magnetism. Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance and desires. Let me read from the book on that, y'all. Let me put my glasses on. Y'all, there's some beautiful energy out here. I'm telling you, there is some beautiful energy out here. Okay, come to me. Let's go to the C. You guys come to me. Some of you guys have called in. Some of you guys have called in your manifestations, and they are showing up left and right. I'm happy for you guys. Come to me, attracting like a rose, receive abundance and desires. Have you ever noticed how in summer, when the roses are at their fullest and their scent is hanging in the air, bees and other pollinators suddenly appear? What did I just say? You'll see this card comes right after that wolf card about protect your energy. See that? You can't make this stuff up. Let me read this again. Have you ever noticed how in summer, when the roses are at their fullest and their scent is hanging in the air, bees and other pollinators suddenly appear? Pollination happens when pollen from one plant mixes with the pollen from another or is transferred from the stigma of one flower to the stigma of another. Roses don't go running all over the place reaching and grabbing. Rather, they rely on the bees to come to them. Queen of Wands. Y'all see how it works? The rose is never reaching for the bee. It's never grasping or overstretching. It embraces what is fully it embraces what it is fully and allows life to come to it. It receives it fully. It does not open and close according to who walks by. It opens and blooms regardless. That's Queen of Wands energy. This card is about receiving abundance, rose style. It is an invitation to receive the sweetness of your life, to embrace the magnificence of who you are, and also to open yourself up to the possibility of receiving what you yearn for deeply. To be clear on what you desire, to trust that all that's meant for you wants to come to you, to state your desires out loud and let your yearnings be known, to ask for what you desire. Don't reach or grasp. Don't strive, control, or manipulate. That will leave you exhausted, parched, and brittle. This card delivers the message that true, sustainable abundance is coming, or like Matt says, you can say it is here. Connect with your sensual, true nature, Queen of Wands. Be unashamed of what you desire, Queen of Wands. And when it comes, relish each minute. And the soul inquiry is, what do you desire? That's that Seven of Cups, options. What do you want? What are you ready to open yourself up to receive? High vibrational only, people. High vibrational only. How can you attract like a flower? Y'all, Let me show y'all this card one more time because it's beautiful. Come to me. Attracting like a rose. Receive abundance desires. Y'all, I told y'all 2026. I just put this on my Instagram at mtalford. Look, y'all, 2026 is about to be epic for some of y'all. It's about to be epic. It's epic already with this reading. This is the first day of the year. This is your indicator. Look at how you're starting the year off. Okay? Some of y'all started off 2025 kind of rocky. Some of you started off 2025 okay, then it went rocky, but y'all kept going. And look at where you are now. This is why you can't ever give up. Don't ever let go of your dreams, hopes, or desires. Don't ever let go of them. Okay? You have them because there is another version of you that exists. That was shuffle number one, split number one. There's another version of you in this universe that already has those things. So those desires that you are feeling, that is the soul's attempt to come into alignment. That's all it is. The soul's attempt to come into alignment with another version of itself. We come to this earth game, I say game, right? It probably is because it is a game. We come to this earth game, this earth realm to grow muscle. We come here to learn. We come here to grow muscle, okay? We come here to learn how to overcome. You only learn how to overcome through adversity. You don't learn to overcome when things are easy. You got everything you want, okay? This is the last shuffle and split. Y'all, I love this reading. If y'all like this reading, get that like button. And if you're new to this channel and you like this type of energy, hit that subscribe button because it's here. It's here. MDT 888 Spirit Guide. That's what I'm here to do, y'all. That was the last shuffle and split. And I'm going to pull this card off the top. Ooh. This says, I remember soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. I remember soul plan. What did I just say, y'all? Was I not just saying we come here to learn? Whatever it is that you need to learn is written in a lesson plan in the ether before you arrive. I just said we come here to learn how to overcome. And then look at what card comes out. I remember soul plan. The fated life versus the destiny life. Look at her. I don't know who does the artwork for these cards, but these are some beautiful ladies in these cards, okay? Again, embodying that Queen of Wands energy. And look at that water. Water holds memories, right? Water holds memories. Some of you guys need to work with water. Some of you guys need to go down to a riverside or go to the ocean or something like that. Go to a lake and just sit and reflect and see what comes to you. Some of y'all need to take the spiritual bath. Some of y'all are so tapped in, you get messages when you're washing dishes. Like me. Okay? You get messages when you're washing dishes. The water touches you, you start getting messages. I remember. Let me read this card, y'all, and then we'll wrap up. I remember. Wow. That's a whole message in and of itself. I told you come here, you have these desires because They actually are an attempt to align you with a version of you that exists in another realm or in another frequency that already has those things. So you just have to remember, hey, wait, I am that person. I am him. I am her. And that will catapult you out of whatever situation you find yourself in. See her, see him, and say, I am her. I am him. I remember. That's when those gifts that you have internally that are stored within you that are dormant awaken. That is when they awaken and unlock. I told you the game is to come here and remember who you are and walk as a god in the physical realm. I told y'all that. Psalms 82 tells you that you're gods and goddesses. I remember. Let's put the glasses on, y'all. Let's put the glasses on. We're going to wrap up. MDT, Triple A Spirit Guide, y'all. I'm here for y'all. Here we go. I remember. Soul Plan. The fated life versus the destiny life. There was a moment before you were born when you chose the conditions of the life you're living right now. I just said that. When you plotted out these exact moments along the timeline of your life. We live in a world of free will, and therefore, these moments become our destiny only through saying yes. The fated life is the one we were born into. The destiny life is the one our soul chooses, and it takes courage and faith. If you pull this card, it's because you are likely now face to face with the choice to follow the destiny life over the fated life. That sounds like a portal, doesn't it? Today's the 111 portal. That sounds like a portal, doesn't it? To trust the path your soul is calling you toward, and to remember that this moment was prearranged on your life's timeline. There's no D there. It just kind of happened that way. Timeline. You may find yourself at a crossroads, at a moment when you are being called to make a decision, to keep walking the perfectly laid out path before you, or choose the one less traveled. You may be facing a change of career, a new relationship, a difficult decision, or something else that requires courage and faith. You are being invited to remember your soul's greater plan and to surrender to it. When you're confronted with a path that's undefined, it's normal for doubts to rear its head. In fact, this is a certain sign that you're facing your soul's greater plan. Every hero in his or her life journey comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. And y'all, before I read the Starseed Soul Inquiry, I told y'all, go watch that Divine Feminine read I did on Monday. There'll be a link in the description box. The advice from Spirit for the Divine Feminine, the advice card, was the Two of Swords in reverse. The Two of Swords in reverse is a card of removing doubt. It's a card of removal of doubt and knowing the single path that you're going to go down. Every hero in his or her life comes eye to eye with doubt. The only way around it is through it. It's all part of the larger plan. And the Starseed Soul Inquiry is, what are you being called to do to surrender to your soul's plan? Some of y'all got an idea of what that soul's plan is. All right, y'all. I think that is all I have. I don't have anything else for you guys today. I don't want to mess that up. That's beautiful. And I can't. You can't mess it up. Y'all cannot mess up your rewards because you've earned them. You can't mess them up. Congratulations, family. Congratulations, soul family. Hit that like button for me on your way out. Hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to go to www.talfordarts.com and check out the library of books I have there. There's going to be something there that is going to interest you and help to entertain or uplift you, depending on which book you choose, okay? Entertain, uplift you, educate you, inspire you. That's what I do here. Those are my 4 pillars. Entertain, educate, uplift, and inspire. So go check out www.talfordarts.com. Check out one or more. I don't want to limit you, okay? I don't want to limit you. Check out one or more, okay? You guys, what a beautiful read today. And now as we close out this reading, I recall my energy and I give your energy back to you. Have a wonderful day. This is a great start of the calendar new year, okay? The calendar new year. Okay, when you guys arrive at the astrological new year, then we'll say Happy New Year again, okay, for those of you. That's all I got, family. I love you guys. Hit that subscribe button on your way out and have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Peace.